Yummy. Yummy.
Common Good TV show. The Common Good TV show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McLean, Tucson's favorite family show. The Common Good Radio Show. The Common Good Radio Show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McLean, Tucson's favorite family show.
And welcome back to the Common Good Radio Show, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I am your guest host, Ron Arenas, with my special guest co-host, Ricky Williams.
Hey, guys.
And we're welcoming today James D. Painter.
Hey guys, thank you for having me back.
Yeah, thank you for coming back.
I love it. I love to come back and sit and talk with you guys. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Very good, very good. So tell us a little bit about Piper Family Painting.
So we are a local company here in Tucson, and we're based out of Marana, and we're interior and exterior residential and commercial painting company. We offer roof coatings and cabinet refinishing. We do stucco repair, stucco retexturing. Roof coatings was just added to our list.
Okay, yeah, I never heard you say that before.
Yeah, we do roof coatings as well, too.
Okay.
It's pretty new to our service list.
Yeah. And the stucco repair? Tell us a little bit about that.
Stucco repair. I've been able to I don't come from a lot of stucco. I'm not from this area initially, so the stucco is new to me. But oddly enough, it works a lot like mud does.
Right.
And if you know how to apply it, you can apply it, and that's something that we specialize in. So I could do interior walls, tape, drywall, all that stuff. We're really good at that. We don't always offer those services, but we can do them.
Okay.
But we utilize some of those skills that we have to fix texture issues on stucco homes, for sure.
And then one of the things that you specialize in is also cabinet refinishing.
Right. If anybody's looking to make a huge impact on their space, cabinet refinishing with Piper Family Painting is the way to go. The average cost is like $20,000 here in Tucson right now to replace your cabinets, and we could do that for a fraction of that cost.
Wow.
We do it right in your home. We don't even take the cabinet faces out of the home like we used to 5 years ago. We do it in place with a mobile spray booth we set up right in your garage, and we deliver a factory finish to you within a few days.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, before I met you, we had our cabinets refinished on a rental house that we were selling, and it just made such a huge difference. They were the old wood grain.
Yeah.
The house was built in '85, I think, and the cabinets reflected that.
Yeah.
So once we painted them, we basically did the whole kitchen in white with gray cabinets, and just everything looked so modern. We changed out the hardware on the cabinets, and just to sell the house, it just made a huge difference.
Yeah, people would be amazed. It's not as complicated as it may seem, right, to do something like that and to make a gigantic impact in your space, whether you're selling it or staying in it.
Okay. All right. A lot of people ask about if painters water down their paint.
That's a really good question, Ron. People ask me that all the time. They want to know if I'm watering paint, if other painters water paint, if the last painters before me watered down their paint. I'll tell them the same thing. I don't know. I've never seen a painter water down paint. I've never personally watered down paint. I have thinned paint for application purposes, and you can thin paint with the correct thinner.
Right.
A lot of times it just keeps it wet a little longer, and it allows it to flow easier out of your off of your brush roller or paint gun.
Right, and that's an actual chemical. That's not water.
Right, that's not water. In the world of chemical composition, anytime you add water to a chemical recipe, you weaken it. And sometimes water is supposed to be in that chemical composition, right?
Yeah.
And there's water in that paint now.
Right, there's water-based paint and latex paint. That's right.
There's only so much water in there. So if you
okay.
continue to add water on top of that, you just completely break down the integrity of it. And, in this really in a hostile Tucson environment, the paint that you want on your home has full, complete, it hasn't been watered down. Its integrity is in place, and you don't have to worry about breakdown or water intrusion.
Okay. So how are you guys how are your guys out in the field doing it, like spraying houses in this hot, dry environment?
It's tricky. We have to get going right when the sun is there.
Yeah.
We have to watch how the sun moves around the house. You know, if we don't fight the sun and work with the sun, it's really helpful. We're working on a project right now that's kind of hard because the front of the house doesn't see much sun and the back of the house sees it heavy. So even when the sun first comes up over the horizon, it's still pretty hard.
Oh, wow.
But in this environment, if you get up there early, it's not too bad to get to do. And sometimes you have to thin it. You know, if I'm doing a stucco project and I'm using an elastomeric paint, and elastomeric I recommend for lots of homes here in Tucson because it's a rubberized coating that will seal your home. It's the same thing you put on your roof coatings, the same elastomeric paint. If you do that, you're definitely going to have a way better durability overall.
Right.
How long will that paint last?
Which one? The elastomeric?
Yeah, the elastomeric.
Well, full disclosure, everything breaks down.
Yeah.
All right, that's just how it is.
Yeah, our sun is so harsh here.
It's really, really harsh.
Yeah.
But and rubber is not latex, right? It's different. There's water in it, but it's a different water chemical composition. And it's rubber essentially. And it will last you 20 years. It will still be rubbery the day I paint over it or the day, you take it off your house because it's a rubber coating and it's almost, it's like stretching a rubber band over top of the house, and it's got some stretch to it. And you can tell a house that's been coated with elastomeric as opposed to a house that isn't. It just looks coated and looks more filled in.
Okay.
The elastomeric is great here, but it doesn't hold up to the sun overall. So we have a process that starts with the elastomeric paint that seals everything down, stops any water intrusion, fills hairline cracks, and then we always follow that up with a high quality Sherwin-Williams product like Duration or Emerald. It's got a 15-year warranty on fadeability.
Yeah.
So that's a true fire way to protect your investment, kind of long haul. And then you got to make sure that your painters that painted your house used high quality products. And it's okay to make sure that you inquire into that before you close on your home or when your painters are getting done at your project.
Right.
So how can the homeowners tell whether their paint is a good quality paint or not?
Ask the contractor to show you. Good quality paint is really, really thick. Modern quality paint is really thick. Or it comes out of the can and almost don't want to drip off of your brush. It will, but it's not affected by gravity right away. Contractor grade, low grade paint is watery as heck. You'll be able to see it you can hold two up against the other, and one just runs off of your brush like water and the other sticks on there a little longer. It's a good way to figure out if your paint's been watered down, if it's acting like that as well too.
Okay.
Huh.
So if you're buying a new build house, what would some things be to look for on the paint job?
Well, first I would ask the builder to see the paint. I want to know what paint. I would recommend that a homeowner who's closing on their new home know what paint is being applied, know what the warranty is on that paint and how it's being reflected in the build, and then ask to see the paint, ask to see the quality paint. And an extra tip for me is ask to see that paint at the end of the project.
Oh, okay.
When they say, hey, here's a half a gallon that we got left over for touch-ups, that paint will say everything. It'll tell you its quality, if it's been watered down, if it's super thin, if it even matches in color.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I know it's hard. You don't want to always accuse your builders or your contractors of dubious behavior.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is some guys are in a hurry to get projects done and they cut corners.
Yeah.
So it's okay to trust that your guys are doing the right thing, but you should verify. And it takes you 5 minutes to take a look at what you got going on. And if you're not quite for sure, take it to your local Sherwin-Williams. Those guys are fantastic. They will run a test on it to find out if the sheen, what the sheen is exactly. I can tell what the sheen is with a little plastic device. Just by scanning it in the field, I can tell what color, and they also tell me what sheen it is as well too. So that's something that I look for. I'll scan it to see what it looks like.
Okay. Well, as you were saying before, that you want to protect your home. I mean, it's not just painting your home isn't just to color your home. It's to protect it. It's to keep that water out.
Yeah, that's the most important aspect here.
Yeah.
Color is great. Yeah, you live there. You want to live there 25 years. You want the color to be pleasing to your HOA and to yourself if you have an HOA.
Right.
But the first thought here is to protect your investment moving forward. If you don't do these really important steps early on, By the time you're ready to sell the house or give it to your children or grandchildren, however that works for you, it may not be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be worth it. And sometimes, you take just a little too long to have it repainted after it was built. A lot of brand new homeowners think, hey, I got 10 years. Personally, I think you got 3 after your home has been built here in Tucson.
Brand new build.
Brand new from the ground up. I think you got 3 years before it needs to be repainted.
Okay. And that's something that you specialize in is repainting.
That's correct.
Something that's already been painted or built or whatever.
They call us architectural repainters.
Oh.
That's kind of a fancy definition.
Yeah,
I do architectural repaints. It's different than new construction, which they're painting it after they've built it.
Right. Well, tell us how people can get a hold of you, where they can find you.
You can find me at the www.piperfamilypainting.com. That's our website. We have a lot of before and after photos there. And you can also find us on Facebook at Piper Family Painting.
Fantastic. And you're involved with the community. I know that you're involved with the Marana Chamber of Commerce. And
So what's really important to us is we're ambassadors for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay.
So every project that we complete, a portion of that is donated to Make-A-Wish. And we also give our clients an opportunity to also match our donation, and we will also match their donation as well, too.
Okay.
We believe in giving back to the community is more important than anything else. Our quality extends past your home. It extends into the community as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again, James. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Piper Family Painting, Tucson Tamale, Desert Sunset Realty, White Stallion Ranch, Roofs Are Hot, Always Faithful Home Inspection, and Levity Wellness Center. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Common Good TV show. The Common Good TV show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McLean, Tucson's favorite